welcome to Would I Lie to You? The show where we sort the fact from the fiction. Let's meet tonight's panellists on Jessie Mulligan's team tonight. She's an expert in interior design, if only she'd been available when we designed the set for this show. Sally Ridge. And he raises awareness for endangered marine life by jumping onto fish from a helicopter. It might be time for him to admit he is part of the problem. Please welcome extreme fisherman Matt Watson. And on John Bridges' team tonight, if you never saw Moon TV, you're one of the vast majority. So here's the guy from the Hellas ads, Lee Hart. And he claims to live life on the edge, which is far less impressive when you find out it's the name of a middle-of-the-road radio station. Please welcome Vaughan Smith. To our first round Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, as you probably know by now, they have never seen the card before, so they have absolutely no idea what they're going to be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the truth from the lies, and Lee Hart, you're first up.
Possession.
Right. If you grope around under the counter, there'll be something...
Okay. This is a tea towel type thing. I can make it look like a chicken.
Lee claims he can turn that into a chicken.
Wow.
Have you no questions?
Where did you learn to turn a tea towel into a chicken?
It was a martial arts class that I went to. It was a very sort of rare martial art, which was built on using things you may find in the home, whatever, for defence and that kind of stuff. So one of the first levels
is... There's a cross between MMA and KFC.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So when you say turn it into a chicken, how's it going to look? Is it actually going to start walking across the table, like turn into an actual chicken, or are you just going to fold it to look like a chicken?
It won't walk, but you've got to remember with martial arts, a lot of it is all about the discipline side of it. Obviously, you want to get straight to the fun part. We're not going to teach you how to fight yet. We're going to teach you how to sort of origami style.
Oh, so it's origami chicken.
Discipline. You've got to close your eyes and learn how to do this stuff before you go to the next level. I gave up.
In what way is a chicken a weapon?
Is it sort of a distraction thing? Someone comes in, they're like, oh, chicken, and then you jump behind them, grab the towel.
Oh, chicken, shit, that hurt. I mean, you would be running the risk of being killed before you've turned your tea towel into a chicken.
Well, that's why the martial art kind of died out, to be honest. Because
not many people who practice it around anymore. They've all been murdered while making chickens out of toweling.
All right, Jessie, what does your team think?
If it's origami, you could, because I can make a bird out of a square, so...
You can make a bird out of a square?
Yeah, so it could be right, yeah, you could make a chicken.
So you think it can be done?
Yeah.
So maybe true?
No, there's too many lies in there. Too many lies in there.
You say true. You say lie.
Say lie.
We say true.
They say it's true.
it is true.
And now, it's time to do it.
Oh, secret. He has to go down behind the desk.
Because this is not something you want other people to learn.
No Western is allowed to see how it happens.
Chicken.
As you can see, it's true. Although I, for one, am not that impressed. Give me a car and a country road, and I'll show you how to turn a chicken into a tea towel. Sally Ridge, your turn.
My lawnmower man thinks my name is Nikki Watson.
Sally's lawnmower man mistakes her for Nikki Watson.
Okay, what's your lawnmower man?
He's not very good at speaking English, and whenever he does come over, he's like, hello, hello, and then
racial?
and no, but that's how he speaks.
Is he Asian?
He is Asian.
Is it more harol?
And his English is terrible, right? And he, you know, a couple of times Boston said, Mum, he keeps calling you Nikki. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. And he's like, you know he does. Anyway, so he mows the lawns and he's like, bye, Nikki. And then Jamie's like, no, he's not. But yeah, no, sometimes he does and then sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he gets it right.
So he hasn't grasped the English language, but he's got a firm hold on New Zealand celebrities circa 2004.
Yep.
Does he mow her lawn as well?
No, Nick's not in this. No, she's
Does
not.
he trim?
Does he trim? He does.
Ignore them, Sally.
How big is your lawn?
My lawn is quite small. I've got a lawn at the back and then I've got a lawn at the front.
You've got a lawn at the back.
Front lawn.
Ignore them, Sally.
I am ignoring
You
them.
stick with the
there's
story.
one on, okay, I'll
To be fair,
rephrase
she
it.
walked into that one. She
I
brought
did.
that on herself.
There's one on the roadside which is really hard to get up to. Okay,
Yep.
so I can't
But you would
carry the
say
lawn
it's a
right there.
well-manicured lawn.
So yeah, so when he comes to mow the
I think I just
lawn,
figured
it's
out what
like-
these guys are.
Yeah.
Matt's just got it.
They're being naughty, rude.
You surely didn't pay
Okay, so Nikki,
So Nikki.
sorry, Sally. Have you ever corrected him?
No, I'm
Good
too embarrassed
question.
to correct him because, I don't want to embarrass him. I'd hate for him to think, he's got the wrong person.
You'd hate for him to think you were Sally Ridge.
Yeah, exactly.
He comes up to you to get money, does he? When he's
No, I
finished
just leave it in
lawns?
the letterbox. He's
What
baking or
days
something
do you
like that.
leave the money in the letterbox?
Just approximately what time?
It's time to make a decision.
What do you think about this one, Lee? Is this?
No, I think it's true. Confident on this.
I think it's a lie.
Damn.
You have to make a call, John.
I think that this one is a lie.
So they think it's a lie.
It is a lie.
Right up into a thread.
Yes, it's a lie. Although it is extraordinarily easy to get celebrities mixed up. If I get one more person asking me if I'm George Clooney. And at the end of that round, Jesse's team are ahead. Not surprisingly, but only by a hair's whisker. It's 3 points to 2. Join us after the break when we'll be playing This Is Mine. Welcome back to Would I Lie to You? Our next round's called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of John's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection. It's up to Jesse's team to spot who's telling the truth. Please welcome this week's special guest, Stu. Welcome, Stu. Good to have you on the show. All right, John, first up, who is Stu to you?
This is Stu. He's a magician who comes and visits my house very regularly.
Lee.
This is Stu, and he is my hairdresser.
Why is
And
that funny?
Vaughan.
This is Stu, and he is the person that once made a citizen's arrest on me.
Right. Team, it couldn't be easier than that. Where would you like to start?
We'll start at this end with Lee Hart's, please. The most preposterous statement of all, that he's your hairdresser. When was the last time he gave you a haircut?
You got to remember, hair's not just on your head.
I was going to say,
It
we've got
can
it
be
down
up.
here.
Don't order the blow wave.
But backing up, it was a little time ago. He was my hairdresser. We had a relationship. As I got less hair, I probably saw him less. As I say, like relationship, it wasn't sexual, of course, but it would be. I found it hard to break it off once I.
But would you keep going back to his salon?
Yeah. We had great conversation. He would sit there and he'd ask what I wanted, and I'd sort of, okay, we can try that. But he would sort of go through things. It was the companionship.
So in actual fact, Lee, what you should have said is, this is Stu, who I have a bizarre relationship with.
I could have said that.
All right, any other questions for Lee?
So yeah, just to clarify, the story as we understand it is he used to cut your hair a lot, less and less every time you visited, and now out of habit and company you go and hang out with him.
Number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1, 0, and I'm still hanging out there.
Okay. John Bridges, would you remind us, please, of your story?
Yes, this is Stu. He's a magician and he comes to visit my house.
What for?
To a stay.
To stay.
Do you notice things disappearing when he leaves?
Very good. No, you have to pay if you want things to disappear. No, he does do shows.
What's Stewie's stage name?
Just Stu, the stupendous.
Stu the Stupendous.
So just Stu, but also the
The
stupendous.
yeah, which is a sort of a byline.
Stu the Stupendous.
Or sometimes if he's doing a poster, we'll just say stupendous like that.
I've not seen one of those
No,
posters.
me neither.
What's his area
I
of
didn't
operation?
say he was a well-known magician. He lives in Adelaide.
That could be why I've not seen any of his posters.
But he does do shows in New Zealand, and then he stays at my place.
What's his audience?
What do you mean? People.
Demographic. Demo.
Demo.
People watching magic.
Yeah, maybe he does it to an audience of rabbits and pulls a person out of a hat. I don't know. No, is it old people, young people?
Well, Stu will do
Children.
whatever gig, but he does a lot of university orientation tours. I first met Stu because my wife used to be his assistant. So now, when he comes into Auckland, he stays at our place, and we get him to do a little show as a sort
Old
of
time's sake.
as a sort of a payback for letting us stay. Some mates will come around and we'll have a little show.
Showing your lounge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sally, have you ever hired like entertainers for your kids' parties?
Clowns and stuff like that, but no.
Yeah. Does he look like a magician to you?
He maybe. What do you think?
To be honest, I think he does look a bit like a magician, yeah.
All right, Vaughan, remind us.
Stu once made a citizen's arrest on me.
Okay, so if I understand a citizen's arrest, that's when there's no police around, but you're doing something wrong,
Yeah.
and so someone's just allowed to grab you and hold you until the
Like,
police.
restrain you until the police arrive.
What were you doing wrong?
We'd lit a piano on fire.
Oh my gosh.
And where was the piano?
We just moved into a flat, and it was a right-of-way, and Stu lived out the back, and the piano was on our front porch. We didn't want it, so we had a ritualistic piano burning.
Okay, so, and then where is Stu? And
Stu's out the back.
Yeah.
There's whispers around the neighbourhood that there's an inferno
Yeah.
in C sharp on the on our front lawn, and Stu nominates himself to come forth and deal with it. A little bit of drunken banter. I'm restrained by Stu.
But you say a citizen's arrest,
Yeah.
so there was some
Yeah.
formal element to it.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Well, he
just-
held me until the police arrived.
Did he actually say to you,
You're under citizen's arrest.
Right.
He placed me, and I was restrained by Stu, who is deceptively strong, until the police arrived.
Well, he is quite a slight individual, though. Could you just go stand by him so we can see your comparative size? So your story is that he held you until the police arrived.
I was 21, a little smaller.
and intoxicated?
Yeah.
All right, take your seat. Thank you, Vaughan. All right, team, there you have it. And it couldn't be simpler, Jesse.
Okay, well, I'll start with you, Matt. What's your feeling?
My feeling is it's Vaughan. And I think the giveaway for me was he was very quick on the C minor Inferno joke. It's like he told that joke. He told the story before.
Yeah.
Either that or he's very, very witty.
What about you, Sally? Who do you think's telling the truth?
Well, he's definitely not a hairdresser.
You don't
She
think?
had no hair, no. So maybe the magician.
Magician?
Tricky one. So you've got
is
one
plausible,
magician, one eagle-eyed citizen.
I'm going to say the hairdresser.
You're going to say the hairdresser, so your team is saying...
The hairdresser. That's how it works.
All right, Stu, would you like to reveal your true identity?
Hi, my name's Stuart, and I'm Lee Hart's hairdresser.
Boom! Awesome. Wow. Amazing.
Yes, Stu is Lee's hairdresser, although working on Lee and calling yourself a hairdresser is a bit like calling yourself a plumber because you know how to flush a toilet. Stu, thank you very much for joining us. And after that round, Jesse's team have taken a comfortable lead. It's 4 points to 2. Join us after the break for Quickfire. Welcome back to Would I Lie to You? Our final round is Quickfire, where our panellists lie not only through their teeth, but against the clock. And again, they have no idea what they're about to read out, whether it's a true fact about themselves or a made-up fact that they've never seen before in their lives. Well, if it was made up, it wouldn't be a fact. All right, Matt Watson, your turn.
In America, I once caught a flying eagle by jumping onto it from a helicopter.
He jumped onto a flying eagle from a helicopter.
Well, that's the sort of thing he does, isn't it?
Why?
The producers for a show I was doing for Discovery Channel wanted me to grab an eagle.
What was the show called?
Man versus Fish with Matt Watson.
So man versus fish, but they misunderstood what a fish was and
No, you see, we were in Alaska. And, yeah, we're in Alaska, and we were supposed to be catching a giant halibut, but we couldn't catch any because there were none around. And the field producer that was there, and there was lots of bald eagles, and he said, well, we've got to get some action and we've got to do some research, nature stuff.
There was lots of nearly extinct birds.
Well, if they're nearly extinct, Alaska's a good place to go looking for them. 'Cause, no, honestly, they're everywhere, bald eagles.
they're like seagulls.
Did you?
Yeah, they are. Well, they are like seagulls. You see them everywhere in Alaska.
Slightly more dangerous if you were having fish and chips, though, not Wellington.
Did you ever think? Do you ever think it might have been more impressive to the viewers if you jumped on a flying helicopter from a flying eagle?
Hey, how did you get the eagle to fly over the mattresses so that when you jumped out onto it, you didn't kill yourself when you hit the ground?
It was over water. It was over water. The helicopter pilot had to keep it away from going into the trees and keep it over the water until it got really tired, and it kept dipping into the water. And when it was tired, that was our opportunity to jump.
So aren't you worried that you're going to be typecast as the guy that, if there's something running free, you will jump out of a helicopter and catch it?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, people watch David Attenborough going on about something, and really everyone's just
But to be fair,
hearing blah,
David
blah, blah, it's
Attenborough
endangered.
has never jumped out of a helicopter onto a polar bear.
No.
Maybe he should. is
Quite
what
a
you're
good show
saying.
if you jumped on top of David Attenborough while he was doing it.
Yeah.
So what did you do when you jumped on it?
I kind of pinned its claws between my legs.
What was the bird's reaction? Was he like, what the?
Oh, well, he didn't talk. Right. But,
You'd pretty much cave instantly if you're an eagle and someone jumped out of a helicopter onto you, I would have thought. All right, John, I need to remind you this is quick fire. We need a decision.
You're the bald eagles around here. What do you say?
I'm going to go with Vaughan. What did he say?
I'd almost believe it if it wasn't a bald eagle. I just don't think that there's enough of them for a producer to ring Washington and be like, got the helicopter, oh, jump on a bald eagle.
I mean, if
just
it had a toupee on, you'd believe it.
I'm an expert on things bald, and they would not like that.
We say it is not true.
They say you're lying, Matt.
it is.
Yes.
I believe them.
Vaughan Smith, your turn.
When stealing a car, I convinced the owner that it was part of a tidy up the neighbourhood initiative.
How did you steal the car?
How did you steal
Hotwired
it?
it.
Sorry.
But how did you get into the car?
Broke into it with a coat hanger.
Do they still have wire coat hangers?
Yep, it was an old beach batch.
Yeah.
Some poor people still have wire coating.
And it wasn't decorated either. So you can have a chat to them about putting some straws around it or something.
So you know how to hot wire a car?
Yep.
Can you talk us through that?
Yeah.
You just pull the wires out and jam heaps together until it starts. We put a battery
That
in
does
it
sound reasonable for the sort of person that would hotwire a car.
Why did you steal it?
because we thought it was abandoned, because it was locked and the number plates had been taken off. And we were 18 and we wanted to drive a car into the water.
Stealing cars, lighting pianos. You're really naughty, aren't you?
Yeah, I grew up in Hamilton, around Hamilton, so yeah.
Quick, give me the names of the people you did it with.
Matthew Callum and a guy called Ross.
Matthew Callum and a guy called Ross.
Matthew and Callum could have been girls.
They were both girls.
You told him it was part of a Clean the Neighbourhood initiative.
Yeah, when we got caught, we said, oh, people around here are sick of this on the side of the road, it's an eyesore. We told them we'd get rid of it.
By driving it
How
into the
was it?
sea.
Well, that wasn't. Yeah, we're out of sight, out of mind.
Matt, have you ever driven a car into the sea, maybe to catch a flounder?
Of course he has.
No, I haven't. However, it does sound like something when you're 18 and you're on holiday you would do. And it does sound really cool.
How about you, Sally? Were you once an 18-year-old male?
Yes, actually, no.
So what are we saying?
Oh, I don't.
True or lie?
Sally?
True?
True.
True.
Unanimously say it's true.
It is true.
Yes, it is absolutely true. In other youthful follies, Vaughan got away with arson, claiming he was providing free heat for the community. Sally Ridge, your turn.
To prepare for Christmas, I cook 5 practice turkeys.
5 practice turkeys for Christmas.
What do you do with once you've cooked them?
We eat them.
Why do you need to practice so much?
Well, I don't really need to practice. It's just we like turkey, so, you know, it's just like putting up the Christmas tree. You know, that's got to be perfect, so the turkey's got to be perfect.
Do you do that as well? Do you put the tree up 5 times?
No, just once.
When do you start this? About June?
No, you know, a couple of months before, maybe 3 months before.
Wow.
Maybe we might do one. You know, it's good for sandwiches. The kids like to take it to school. I love turkey.
Do
I
any
may
of
do
them-
a
do
couple
any-
after Christmas too, so...
You just keep carrying it on.
They're like warm down turkeys.
Yeah.
Just talk us through your most recent stuffing.
That probably came out. What kind of size of turkey do you normally buy?
They come like, what is it, 46, 48, something like that.
And what temperature do you put it on for?
180.
And how long for?
Oh, about 2 hours.
Okay.
I've got no idea whether it's true.
That
I like where you're
doesn't
going
sound
with
like a long
this.
time. That doesn't sound like a long time to cook a turkey.
Probably not to you, Paul. But
But for the turkey, it's a lifetime.
for the turkey, it's a hell of a long time.
It's a real ordeal.
It's just really good for your self-esteem to do 5 practice ones and each one go, yep, perfect, again. So get the next one ready. Again, perfect.
So they're all laid
amazing.
up on the bench, right?
Your family, you say you all love turkey, but it's just you who likes turkey. The rest of them are going, oh God, Mum's brought another turkey
Not
home.
turkey. No, we all love turkey.
For how many years have you been doing this?
Oh, 5, 6, maybe 10 years actually.
So you've cooked 50 turkeys in the last decade.
Yeah.
What do you think, Vaughan?
I think it's a lie. Why would anybody need to cook that many? And no one likes turkey that much. Do they? Do you?
Well,
I don't.
Yeah, but I don't know if we can base it on what kind of poultry people enjoy the best.
Oh, you can. Turkey's got that sleep drug in it, tryptophan or something, and she doesn't look that wasted at the moment. I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie too.
I'm not going against my team. We think this is an outrageous fabrication.
Well, they've gone further than a lie, an outrageous fabrication, Sally.
That's terrible. Because it's the truth.
Yes, it's absolutely true. Of course, eating that much turkey in one sitting can mess with your digestive system, or as Sally calls it, your indoor-outdoor flow. And that sound signals the end of the show, and I can reveal that Jesse's team have won with 8 points. Well done, team. Well done. Of course, it's not just a team game, and my individual liar of the week is Lee Hart. Obviously the best liar in the room, as no one of us remember inviting him.
Good night.
Thanks, New Zealand On Air. I never knew lying could be such fun.